The night hums softly. You lie in bed, staring at the faint glow of the radio dial. Somewhere between two stations, a gentle static crackles. Then a voice slips through, warm and low, like someone whispering from another world. You remember the weight of the blanket, the way the house settled after everyone slept. The radio became a secret companion, its light painting amber lines across your pillow. That voice, steady, calm, spoke about songs, stars, and strangers. You never knew the face behind it, yet it felt like the person knew you. Outside, the wind moved through the trees. Inside, that small box of sound made the whole world feel closer. Static hissed, then faded into a melody that you still hear in dreams. Years blur. Sometimes you picture yourself sitting cross-legged on the carpet, turning the dial just right until the voice returned. You waited for it, patient as the moon. In another memory, you're doing homework at the kitchen table. The radio on top of the fridge murmurs the late-night news. Your father coughs softly. Your mother washes dishes. And life feels endless. Later in college, the station changes. New city, same static. You listen while studying for exams. The DJ reading dedications from lonely hearts you never met. A woman calls in to send a song to whoever can't sleep tonight. You smile because you know she's talking to you too. The room smells of coffee and paper. Outside, rain taps against the window. Inside, the voice keeps you company, steady as time. Sometimes you turned the volume low so your roommate wouldn't complain. Still, you caught every word, the weather, the love song, the pause before silence. The DJ laughs softly between tracks, that half-tired, half-kind laugh that only comes from people who speak to the dark for a living. One winter, the power flickers. The room goes black except for that glowing dial. You realize how much you've come to rely on that single, fragile beam of sound. You remember tuning to the edge of reception just to hear distant stations. The static felt alive, like voices drifting across miles of sky, searching for someone who might listen. And if you're watching this now, you probably still remember that feeling. The quiet, the comfort, the heartbeat hidden in the noise. If these memories feel like yours, take a breath, maybe subscribe, so this little corner of memory never fades. Back then, the radio taught patience. You waited for your favorite song instead of choosing it. Every tune felt like a gift. Sometimes you taped those songs onto cassettes, scribbling titles on labels you never finished. Each recording captured not just music, but a piece of the room, your breath, the hum of the lamp. There were voices that became landmarks in your life. The midnight storyteller, the weatherman with a smile in his tone, the host who said, "You're not alone out there." And you weren't. Not really. Somewhere out in the dark, thousands were listening too, each radio flickering like a tiny lighthouse in the night. You think of truck drivers on endless highways, nurses on night shifts, students under dim desk lamps, all hearing that same voice, wrapped in the same static. The music faded, the commercials whispered, and for a moment the world felt gentle, human, small enough to hold. Decades later, the devices changed. Voices moved to screens, songs became instant. But sometimes, late at night, you still crave that uncertain crackle. You search online for vintage radio static. A clip plays, the hiss, the warmth, and suddenly you're back there, half awake, listening to someone you never met. You wonder if that DJ ever knew what they meant to all of you, how their voice, steady against the noise, felt like friendship without faces. Maybe that's what made it special. The distance. You could imagine the person any way you wanted. Sometimes you picture them now, gray-haired, smiling softly, still talking to the dark somewhere. You wish you could tell them they mattered, that their late-night words carried across years, surviving even in digital echoes. Static fades in, a heartbeat of memory. You close your eyes and hear the sign-off jingle, the one that used to mean it was time to sleep. The announcer says, "Good night wherever you are," and for a second, you are both the voice and the listener. Morning light breaks through the blinds. The radio's glow turns pale, its magic slipping quietly back into daylight. You reach to switch it off, but hesitate, letting the last whisper of static fade on its own. The house is silent now, yet in that silence you realize the comfort was never just in the music or the words. It was in being heard, even when no one knew your name. You smile, older now, maybe watching this on a glowing screen. The world has changed, but the memory still hums beneath the noise. Every time you hear static, a part of you listens, hoping that same gentle voice will find its way back through the air. Because somewhere, between frequencies and years, there's always a voice trying to reach someone who needs it. And maybe, tonight, that someone is you.